Welcome to the Uzziah Show. I am your host, Uzziah, your success strategist. And if you have any questions about your business, career, or finances, then this is the show for you. Welcome. I'm excited because tonight we're going to talk about, does failure lead to success? This is something that most people don't want to discuss. But how important is failure on the road to success? And should you pursue failure, yes or no? For those of you guys that are on, please make sure that you leave me a comment below because I want you in tonight's discussion. If you're watching me for the first time, my name is Uzziah. I'm a professional business consultant, and my job is to help you get out of debt, so you can start your own business. And one of the biggest things that most people know about business is failure, because the average business fails within the first 5 years of getting started. So every now and then, we're going to go over topics on this channel that's going to help you create generational wealth, but it's all about your mindset that'll help you get to success. I could tell you all the tactics, I could give you the rundowns on what businesses to start, but if you don't know the right mindset to go towards success, there's no way that you're ever going to get it. And because I love you guys and I want to see you win genuinely, I'm going to teach you the things that most people never will about what it takes in order to truly be successful. So if you like this channel, please make sure that you smash that thumbs up button, so that way this can tell YouTube to send this broadcast out to more people. Also, y'all, if y'all love tonight's broadcast and this is a message that can help change your life, then please donate. All you got to do is tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box. Your super chats are greatly appreciated and they'll go a really, really long way. Now, let's get into tonight's topic. Does failure lead to success? I want to start with this by sharing with you guys a quote from Michael Jordan, who, by most people's opinion, is the greatest basketball player of all time. Michael Jordan said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." See, maybe you're not where you want to be right now in your life. Maybe this year didn't work out for you. But for those of you guys who are feeling like you're in a place where you don't want to be, tonight's broadcast is talking to you. I want you to know that when you study the lives of the most successful people in the world, they all went through massive failures in order to achieve success. Michael Jordan, largely considered the GOAT, the greatest of all time, said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." This is such a profound point, because most people don't have the courage to fail on this level. Most people, after taking one shot, if they're not successful, will give up and will never win a championship. Are you willing to take the losses in order to get to wins? And tonight, you're going to walk away with the mindset that you need on how to embrace failure as a necessary ingredient of success. I want y'all to leave me a comment. I want y'all to leave me a comment and just let me know how you process failure. When something happens, do you give up? Do you cry about it? What do you decide to do when things don't go your way? Michael Jordan lost plenty of games, missed plenty of shots, but that did not stop him for striving for greatness. He said, "I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." So Michael Jordan says failure absolutely leads to success. In fact, he's saying he would not be successful without taking on multiple failures in his life. And the honest truth is that some of us are on the road to success, but because we don't embrace failure, that's why we don't get there. We don't realize that failure is not a dead end. It's just a speed bump along the way. There are certain things that God is trying to show you within that failure so that you can learn to appreciate the other side once you get there. Tonight, I'm going to be giving you guys some really important mindset training on how to appreciate failure, because failure is a necessary part of success. Now, here's the first thing that I want us to talk about. Your success will come down to your pain tolerance. Success takes discipline, sacrifice, and sweat equity. Listen, guys, you're only as good as the losses that you're willing to take. And everybody wants my wins, but nobody wants my losses. I'm going to tell you guys about something that happened to me back in 2018. 2019 was one of the hardest years of my life because this was a critical time when my life kind of started all over again. I had gone through certain situations and that I didn't expect. And because of all that I went through, I stopped broadcasting on YouTube for a couple years. My business began to crumble and I lost clients. I took a major hit to my credit. And then the very next year, my father died unexpectedly. This was a window of time in my life where before that happened, I felt like God had blessed me to where everything that I touched turned to gold. But in this one moment, I felt like my life had come crashing down. And I'm so thankful that that experience happened because there was so much that God showed me along the way. There was so much that I would have never learned had I not gone through that kind of experience. Failure has a way of kind of being a blessing in disguise. But most of us, we run from failure, and that's the reason why we don't succeed. Sometimes success comes in the form of failure, but unless you're willing to embrace that failure, there's no way that you'll ever find what success really looks like on the other side. Guys, I want y'all to think about this. Walt Disney was fired from the Kansas City Star because they told him that he didn't have enough imagination. Oprah Winfrey was publicly fired from her first television job because they said she put too much emotion into her stories. Steven Spielberg didn't get into college. J.K. Rowling was on welfare before she started Harry Potter. There are so many success stories of all of these people who are larger than life, but they all started from humble beginnings. Steven Spielberg was rejected by USC multiple times before anyone knew his name. And a lot of us grew up off of Dr. Seuss books, but many of us don't realize that Dr. Seuss book, his very first book, was rejected 26 times before any of his work ever saw the light of day. What's the point? Successful people are willing to fail. Successful people are willing to fail more than the average person. Successful people are willing to fail bigger and stronger and go through more embarrassment than the most unsuccessful people are willing to do. That's one of the biggest things that separates the winners from the losers. See, I'm going to give you guys real talk on tonight's broadcast, okay? Because there's all of these Hollywood stories where you only see successful people in the prime of their career path, but you don't see the backstory of everything that led into it. I want y'all to understand that when you go from where you are now to getting to your peak point of success, you should expect to go through a season of depression. The reason why you should expect to go through a season of depression is because anytime you're trying to take yourself somewhere new in life that you've never been, is going to take a lot of rejections and setbacks in order to get there. So you may decide you want to start a business in the year to come. But the problem is there's going to be so much time, money, and energy that you're going to invest in that business, and nobody is buying your product. So, what happens when nobody is checking for you? Nobody is looking at your social media. Do you have what it takes to keep your head down and run on your own energy? Because whenever you're seeing these overnight success, every overnight success is at least 10 years in the making. I want you to think about some of your favorite celebrities and stars. All of those people went through a long process before they were ever publicly noted. Think about Michael Jackson. Everybody knows Mike Jackson as the king of pop, but this man started dancing when he was 5 years old. Like, you got to think, nobody just starts off on top of the world. Everybody has a process. And because everybody must go through a process, that's going to come with success and failure. It's going to come with ups and downs. It's going to come with highs and lows. And everybody wants to get to heaven, but nobody wants to go through hell to get there. Are you willing to fail in order to be great? There cannot be any major success unless you go through some major failures along the way. Now, let me check these comments, okay? Shout out to Ariel that's on. For those of y'all that are on, tonight we're talking about, does failure lead to success? See, the problem with the modern generation is everybody wants to be successful. But yet, when you talk about the subject of failure, nobody wants to engage because nobody wants to think that will happen to them. Nobody wants to wake up and say, you know what I want to do today? I want to fail big. I want to fail harder than I've ever failed in my life. I want to lose my job today because of my passion. I want to lose my relationship. I want to go through some kind of health risk because I am so driven about what it is that I want to do. Nobody wakes up and says that, but that's the reason why most people will not become successful. Here's something that is so important, guys. You cannot have success until you lose enough to learn how to win. Most of us don't come out of the womb knowing exactly how to win in the game of life. You gotta crawl before you can walk. And every time that you try to walk, you're going to have times where you fall down. When you first start riding a bike, you're not instantly taking off like you're Lance Armstrong. You're going to fall along the way. And if adults had the same mentality as we had when we were kids, we could actually do better, because no baby trips and falls and says, well, you know what? Since I fail, I'm just never going to try to walk ever again because I've been so bruised and so scarred. I guess I'm just going to crawl for the rest of my life because that's what feels safe. No baby thinks that way, but then we become adults and we find ourselves so jaded. All it takes is one time of suffering a loss, and we will never get back up again. I'm trying to give you guys the mindset that you need in order to reach greatness. See, because none of us are here to be average. God created us to be exceptional people, but we have to have an exceptional mindset in order to accomplish great things. Successful people are willing to fail more than anyone else, and they're willing to fail bigger and in a grander fashion. I want y'all to think about Donald Trump. We all got different opinions about Donald Trump, and I'm not trying to take things on a political level, but I just want you to think about the mentality that he's had and how that has shaped his life. See, Donald Trump has taken massive failures on a public stage. He's had failed marriages, failed businesses, along with a failed presidential campaign in his last presidential run. But he's also taken so many massive wins, it's offset the losses. Donald Trump has gone bankrupt multiple times, but he did not let that stop him from becoming a billionaire. And so, regardless of how you feel about the man because of his political thoughts, you've got to understand the pattern of successful people along the way. Whether you love him or hate him, the mindset that he has towards success in general is something that is shared amongst winners across industries. Successful people understand once you get knocked down, you got to get back up. And successful people also understand that the greater your tribulation, the better your success can be along the way. Because if you know how to fail big, you can also learn how to win just as big, if not bigger. That's the reason I was going through so many different examples of successful people who started off failing in epic fashion, but then they reached their dream along the way. How many failures are you willing to suffer in order to see your dream realized? That's what I want you guys to think about on tonight's broadcast. Some of you guys, you want to start businesses, but what if your first business doesn't work out? Are you going to take that experience to say, well, you know what? I guess I'm not an entrepreneur. I guess I should just go back to working at my 9-to-5 job. Maybe I'll spend the rest of my life working for a boss that I can't stand, and maybe that's just all God has in store for me. That is a mindset that won't lead you to greatness. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Before any of your success is going to be materialized, it first has to begin in the mind. But I want to warn you guys, before you get to point A to point B, you are going to have to go through a rough patch. You're going to have to go through a period of frustration as you're trying hard to reach your level of greatness, but it's not happening when you want it to happen. Some of you guys may start businesses in the coming year, and you expect to make money instantly overnight. Not going to happen. You might watch certain guys that might be that 1 in a million who just start something, and instantly when they start doing it, it just takes off along the way. The game that I give you on this channel, this is something that anybody can follow. Everybody is not going to be the overnight success who all it takes is just one business opportunity, one business venture, one business product, and then instantly you're a multimillionaire. What I'm saying is that for 99% of people, like Oprah, like Walt Disney, you are going to be rejected before you get accepted. So just prepare for it. When it happens, don't think, oh my God, you know what? This is it. This is a sign that this isn't for me. I'm not supposed to be doing this. No, this comes along the way. God is testing you to see if you are serious about what you said that you want out of life. Because if God put everybody else through the test, why do you think he wouldn't do that to you? We read all these stories about all of these world-class performers, icons who go through all of this controversy. but yet you think you're going to be the only person that's going to get to greatness and it's going to be a straight line? No. Success is always filled with headaches, sleepless nights, lots of suffering, but you are only going to be as successful as your pain allows. The more losses you're willing to take will determine how likely you are to win. So if you're not willing to stomach any losses, go back to being average. Get out of the game now while you can, because successful people, they are willing to fail more and they're willing to fail greater. They put bigger risks along the way. One movie that I want y'all to check out is this movie called The Founder by Michael Keaton. Okay. Michael Keaton plays the role of Ray A. Kroc in this movie. Ray A. Kroc was one of the main guys that helped McDonald's become the success that it is today. And when you watch this movie, Ray A. Kroc was willing to lay it all on the line for McDonald's to become successful. I'm not going to give it away, but when you watch the movie, you're going to realize that this guy, Ray A. Kroc, he was willing to make more risks. He was willing to bet on himself harder than 99.9% of people are willing to do. And that's the reason why McDonald's became the success that it did, because he was willing to take losses more than the average person. So it only made sense that he would win more than the average person ever would. The pendulum swings both ways, guys. All of us want to win big. Every last one of us want great health, great family, great relationships, financial freedom. You know, we want all of the beauties that can come in this life, but nobody wants to go through the mud in order to get it. But life is not going to get you what you want. Life is going to get you what you deserve. The world does not respond to your wants. The world does not care. What the world does care about is, are you going to deliver value to other people? And you got to work really hard in order to do that. Think about Steve Jobs, who created Apple, one of the most iconic businesses ever created. How hard was it to build an iPhone, creating something that the world had never seen? How hard was it to bring personal computers to the modern world? These were guys that were willing to lay it all on the line in order to see their dream realized. So if your dream is important, then you have to be willing to fail. Leave me a comment and let me know, what losses are you willing to take in order to be great? Okay. We can all want great things out of life, but if we're not willing to go the extra mile, there's no way that it's ever going to happen. So just know, as you're building that business and you're trying to reach your goals, if it doesn't always feel good, congratulations. That means that you're actually one step closer to where you need to be. If your life always feels comfortable, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. See, average people desire comfort, where high achievers, they desire impact. They don't care if they're going to go through hard times, because what they're pursuing on the other side is worth the hassle. There's some of you guys right now, you got people that you love in your life that you would take a bullet for. Because you care so much about them, you're willing to do whatever it takes to give them a great life. Why won't you love yourself that much? If you're willing to take a bullet for somebody else, why won't you be willing to take a bullet for your dream, for your vision? Jesus Christ, he was willing to lay his life down for the vision that he walked in. So for us as God-fearing men, That's something that we must consider also. We got to follow the pattern of success, study the greats, and become greater. Okay. And the main thing that I want y'all to walk away with from tonight's broadcast is a failure is never a failure as long as it's getting you closer to the goal. A failure is never a failure if you're one step closer to greatness. See, I think we have a bad habit of mislabeling everything that we do, even if it's an experiment. So, what I'm saying is, let's say that you start a relationship. Maybe that relationship isn't for you. Just because this is the first time that you've tried to get into a relationship and it didn't work out, that does not make you a failure. Is it getting you one step closer to learning how to be the person that you need to be in a marriage? Is it getting you one step closer to being the very best version of yourself? See, God has created you at a beginning version as soon as you were born. But there's a difference between the 1.0 version of you to becoming the very best version of who he's called you to be. You're going to have to go through a lot of cycles in order to get to that very best version of yourself. You're going to have to get through a lot of failures, a lot of rejections, a lot of being turned down. But if you're not willing to go through that process, there's no way that you can ever become your best self. So, one thing that I want you guys to focus on as we enter into this next year is to stop thinking about a setback as a failure if your setback is actually teaching you what you need to do better the next time. Stop saying to yourself, oh man, my business failed, I'm a failure. If what you learned during that experience actually made you a better entrepreneur. Many of us don't realize most successful entrepreneurs started at least 3 to 4 ventures before they found one that ever took off. When you look at the founder of Macy's, started multiple ventures before it took off. When you look at Colonel Sanders, started multiple ventures before it took off. Again, watch the movie that I told you guys, The Founder, about Ray A. Kroc. Started multiple ventures before he ever landed on McDonald's. And had he not failed prior to growing McDonald's, he would have never been able to see the McDonald's opportunity for what it is. Y'all got to watch that in the film. That was actually one of the advantages that he had over the McDonald's brothers. He understood how great of an opportunity McDonald's really was because he had gone through so many failures leading up to that. Once he ran into McDonald's, he was like, y'all don't know what y'all got. Y'all don't realize what y'all are sitting on. Y'all are sitting on a gold mine. This doesn't need to just be one little tiny fast food restaurant. This needs to be a franchise. You got to see how sometimes by you going through certain experiences, that's what teaches you wisdom. So don't despise the wisdom if it comes with pain. Ask yourself, did this pain teach me how to do this better? Is it getting me closer to where I ultimately want to be? And oftentimes we tend to misunderstand one attempt not going the way that we want for the conclusion of our entire lives. We're so busy caught up in this social media era that we think that everything that we want in our lives should come right now, or else it's never coming. Listen, guys, you might want that house, but that house may not come until another year. But it don't mean it's not coming. There may be a particular job that you want. You may want to make 6 figures. But just because you're not making it right now doesn't mean that it's ever going to happen. The average man is not going to start making high income until they're in their mid 40s. because there's so much work that has to be done within the average man to build him up to that point. There's so many experiences. There's so many lessons to be learned in order for him to really seize the right opportunities. You know, certain opportunities might be around right now, but maybe you haven't gone through enough failures to be the right person to get there. Think about if you want to be in the fitness industry. In order for you to be great in fitness, you've got to teach your body how to fail thousands of times before it builds real muscle. When you go to the gym, the whole point of you going to the gym is for you to break your muscles down. You have to tear yourself down before you could ever be built back up. But the problem is everybody want to be swole and get the six pack, but nobody wants to go to the gym and tear their muscles down. Your tearing down process is what creates the growth. The tearing down process is what's necessary for you to grow along the way. So, guys, I want to ask this question. Are you failing enough to be a successful person? If life is not going how you want it, is it because you're going enough times at bat before you hit that home run? Or are you just sitting in a corner crying about the one time that things didn't work out? And because of that, that's why you never go back up to bat again. Think about the game of baseball, y'all. When you look at baseball players, all stars are known for only hitting the ball 3 out of every 10 times they're up at bat. All those other times, they strike out. The majority of the time that they're at bat, they lose. You got to start to rewire what being an all-star really means in your mind. See, one of the reasons why you might not have the success that you want in life is because you think every time you get up to bat, you're supposed to knock it out the park. And even if you make a base hit from time to time, you're still not satisfied. But all you got to do is study successful people. Study the people that get paid the highest, tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in baseball. Go to the people who can only hit the bat 3 out of 10 times. That's all-star performance. And the same thing happens in real life. Successful people lose more than they win. The only difference is they win so great it makes up for all of the other losses. Nobody remembers all the L's that you took as long as you win. You don't even remember a lot of the L's that you took when you start receiving greatness. You know, when I paid off my $95,000 in student loans, I wasn't sitting there thinking, oh, but man, you know what? I did this really dumb thing at my money at 13. I made really dumb decisions at 16 and 17 that I should have never did. You don't think about that because the win trumps the L. But you got to be willing to go through all of those L's before you ever succeed. And that's the reason why I keep telling you guys, you may be able to accomplish something great in your life, but I need you to prepare for the journey of being lonely until it happens. Do you have enough mental toughness to go through those seasons where life is hard? Do you have it within yourself to go through times where you feel like giving up, where you start to doubt yourself, where you begin to question, will this ever work? Those are the times that's going to make or break your life, because eventually it will take off as long as you stick with it. And guess what, guys? Y'all want to know the real? Even if you never get to where you want to be, is it worth it for you to try? One primary example of this, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos was already making 6 figures working on Wall Street before he ever started Amazon. Imagine what would have happened had he never left his job and followed his passion of starting Amazon selling books online. Do y'all know how much of a loss that would have been? See, when he was sitting down and he was asking himself, okay, well, what's going to be the real L? Me walking away from a six-figure salary, or me living with the regret of never trying something that I think could really take off? He tried and he succeeded. But guess what? Before Amazon ever took off, it had to go through so many failures. When Amazon started, everybody was not going for it. A lot of people said that he was stupid because they never imagined that libraries would be shut down because people would be buying books online. It's only because he was consistent with that for so many decades that now is something that's common sense. See, that's the thing about life. Your dream right now will be disrespected until it becomes common sense. What I mean is, in the eyes of most people, whatever vision that God has given you, they'll laugh, they'll mock, they'll scorn, they'll reject, they'll say that you're crazy, stupid, dumb. They will despise all of those things. But then over time, once they see you winning, they'll start to say, oh my God, he's a genius. He's so brilliant. I always knew he would be that successful. Are you going to stick it out so you could get to the other side? Or are you going to let people say what they say and you prove them right? The choice is yours. The only person that can prove them right or wrong is you. And you got to go through that process. A failure isn't a failure until if that experience is getting you closer to the goal. So my encouragement for y'all on tonight's broadcast is don't be afraid to fail, because most people don't do things in life because they have a fear of failure. See, most of us, we play our lives small. We say to ourselves, oh man, I can't start that business. Do y'all know how many businesses fail? Oh man, I can never get out of debt because I can't put up that much money. You know, if I actually put extra money towards my debt every month, that's going to make me uncomfortable. Most people are afraid to take the risks that are necessary to get the reward. And that's why a lot of times, even when we talk about physical fitness, y'all will hear sisters talking about how they won't go to the gym because they've convinced themselves in their mind, oh, well, you know the reason why I'm not going to exercise? Because I don't want to end up getting too swole. I don't want to be too muscular. As if all you got to do is do one push-up and instantly you're going to look like Popeye. It don't work like that. Listen, y'all, if success was that easy, everybody would be successful. If success was that easy, everybody would be multimillionaires. Everybody would look like a fitness model. Everybody would have the perfect family with the perfect health. Success requires work, but it also requires courage on your part to believe in yourself enough that even if you try at something and fail, then chances are you will get better. And as you keep pushing day by day and week by week, the wins will come. And once you get yourself to the point of winning, all of those other times where you felt that you failed, the wins will be all worth it. The sleepless nights, the times that you were tossing and turning because you didn't think that this would ever happen, all those sleepless nights will be worth it. All you got to do is see it through. Now, y'all know I got to take a quick pause because I got some sponsorship. Thank you so much, Sister Pecloria. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate the support. Okay, tonight we're talking about failure. Does failure lead to success? It's so easy for people to want to get on this broadcast and want to talk about all of the habits of successful men, but they don't realize that one of the biggest habits of successful men is that successful men are willing to fail more than everybody else is willing to do. Sis Pecloria said, "This is such a great topic. I can't count how many properties we missed out on." Boy, you are talking. It was heartbreaking at first, but we continued searching and making offers, and finally our offer was accepted. See, that's big right there, because one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people don't go further in real estate is because when they try to go and acquire a property and the offer is rejected, that devastates them, and they don't want to go through that pain again. But the successful real estate investors, the people that own multiple properties, they understand that, hey, this is something that's a part of the game. So while everybody else is giving up, they keep looking for more and more opportunities, knowing that eventually they will win. Y'all got to think about it like this, y'all. Success is a numbers game. Behind every industry, there is a certain probability for success. So there may be a 1 in 10 chance that you make an offer on a property and win. All that means is you need to be willing to try 11 times, bare minimum. But see, most people, they'll go into an industry that's 1 in 10. They'll try one time, and even that one try is half-hearted. And then you wonder the reason why you get rejected. Like, you wonder the reason why. See, the rejection isn't somebody didn't accept your offer. The rejection is you accepted defeat. You rejected you. Because everybody else that's winning in real estate knows all you got to do is keep taking the no's until it turns into a yes. Same thing with sales. There's so many areas in life that is just about you having persistence. But a lot of us, man, we want to be crybabies, and we want to be like, oh my God, I didn't get it the first time. I'm just going to give up on this. To hell with real estate. It just wasn't for me anyway. Everybody that's in the real estate is stupid and they're evil. Don't have that mindset, guys. Have the mentality of a winner, and never go through life needing the win to validate you. You need to already see yourself as a winner before you win, because if you don't do that, then the win will never come. You look at all these successful people, and you're going to realize that they all saw themselves having the success before the success actually got there. They believed in themselves, they believed in their passion, they believed in their craft, and they had enough faith in what they did that it was going to take them to the other side of reaching greatness. So again, don't be afraid to fail. Most people play life small because they have a fear of failure. A lot of people talk themselves out of great opportunities because they don't want to take a loss. But again, when you look at some of the most successful people on this planet, they have taken massive losses on a big stage. Look at Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart will go down as one of the most successful comedians that ever lived. Look at some of the losses that he's taken on a public stage. Look at some of what people have said about him in media. Look at how he was denied from certain opportunities, like hosting the Grammys. Y'all got to see, man, success is not a straight line. It's a lot of up and down. It's got a lot of potholes in it. It's like a jungle. You're going to get a lot of scars. You're going to take a lot of blows. You're only going to be as good as how willing you are to take a L. The size of the L that you're willing to take will determine the size of your W. And everybody wants the wins, but nobody wants the losses. So as we get ready to wrap up on this, y'all, all right? And for those of y'all that are on, please make sure that you smash that like button. Tonight, we're talking about, does failure lead to success? If you like this broadcast and you think that this is something important to help you get to the next level, then please donate, y'all. Okay. Whoever gives the highest sponsorship tonight will be the official sponsor for tonight's broadcast. All you got to do is tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box. If you would like to use Cash App or PayPal, the links are in the description below. Leave me a comment if y'all donate through Cash App or PayPal. Let me know that you sent it, and I'll give y'all a shout out. Okay. So here's something that I want you to understand. You must embrace failure. If you don't know how to deal with failure, you'll never know how to deal with success. That might sound crazy, guys, but the reason why I'm saying that is because failure gives you the greatest opportunity to learn. Failure gives you the greatest opportunity to grow, because success is a bad teacher. Oftentimes, when we succeed at something, we start to lose the hunger that was necessary in order for us to get to that level. Why do y'all think it's so hard for musicians to outperform their debut album? Because once they start to get a certain level of success, the same drive that went into their debut that put them on, that's hard to replicate. Why do you think it's so hard for championship teams to win over and over in consecutive years? Because all of the sacrifices that they had to make to be great in that season, it's hard to continue that pattern from one year to the next. Success is a bad teacher because that's when we get relaxed. And one of the heaviest things that I ever heard came from Tony Robbins when he said, when you succeed, you party, but when you fail, you ponder. When we succeed, y'all, we're partying. We're thinking, oh man, life is so great. I'm balling. I'm having a great time. I'm living on cloud nine. I can't be touched. And that blocks us from learning. We learn the most whenever we fail in life because we're trying to ponder on how we went wrong. So when we're pondering on, okay, how can I do this better? What should I never do again? Like, these are the types of things that you're thinking about when you're trying to make adjustments. So the reason why failure is so necessary for success is because we don't know everything that we need to know in order to reach our dreams. But if you want to learn it, you got to fail, because the failures will teach you things that success never will. Failure helps you learn, failure helps you grow. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And you won't know how to deal with success because along with success comes failure. Think about what I was just saying about Kevin Hart. Look at what Ariel just said. She said, great point. Kevin Hart has taken many losses, but he is still considered to be a massive success. Ask Kevin Hart. When you started getting on these big stages and you started making millions of dollars, did everything that you do turn into a win right after that? Or did you still take losses while you were winning? See, it doesn't stop, guys. That's the reason why I'm telling y'all there's no way that you could really deal with success if you don't know how to deal with failure. Shout out to my sister Ariel for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, my sister. Really appreciate you. Tonight, we're talking about, does failure lead to success? It's not possible to have one without the other. Let me show you the reason why that's true. Think about how many trust fund babies are born into great wealth that end up blowing all the money. Why is it that the majority of millionaires in America are self-made? It's because they had to go through so many failures and hardships in order to learn what it takes to succeed. But a lot of kids that grow up rich, silver spoon in their mouth, they don't know what it takes in order to build the money that their mother or fathers got and accumulated. They never had to go through the hardships of building their businesses from the ground up. And that's the reason why it gets squandered. Look at Will Smith's kids. Look at how you will see things happen in their lives. And it's like, yo, they ain't never going to outdo Will Smith. I don't care what they do. They're not going to pass up their father's legacy. And the reason why that is because Will Smith came from a different background. Will Smith had different things that was driving him to reach greatness. But sometimes when you're born into it, you're taken away from all of the pain that helped you become successful in the first place. So I really want y'all to think and meditate on how the same failure that you hate is the exact same thing that's going to get you to what you love. That's going to get you to that job. It's going to get you to that business. It's going to get you to that marriage. But you got to be willing to fail. I can tell y'all that I'm just keeping it a buck. Before I got into my marriage, I failed over and over and over again. And you know what? The pain of that, it taught me important lessons about how I need to go through life as a man dealing in relationships. I did not come out of the womb with the perfect wife. It's a process, guys. So I just want you to know, whatever it is, whether it's money, whether it's health, whether it's family, whether it's friends, if there are certain goals that you want out of life, if you're not happy with where you are right now in terms of pursuing the goal, you got to realize that failure can actually be your best friend, because it's going to teach you things on how to be great that you're never going to learn in school. Your parents aren't going to teach it to you. The media is not going to teach it to you. Your friends are not going to teach it to you. There's certain lessons that you have to learn on your own in darkness before you can ever see the light at the end of the tunnel. All right, y'all. So today, what I want y'all to do is I want to encourage you to fail often. I want you to fail often. I want you to fail harder, and I want you to fail faster than you ever did. Because the more you fail in life, the more likely you are to succeed. And that is the real story of success. Now, I'm going to put up this link to Cam Up. Y'all, I just been so kicked back on today's broadcast. I didn't even think to put the link out there, but for any of y'all that do want to cam up and talk about this, feel free to chime in. Okay, for those of y'all that are on, make sure that you smash that like button. Tonight, we're talking about how failure is a critical part of success. And the more that you're willing to fail, the more likely you are to succeed at high levels. Don't take it from me. Take it from Michael Jordan. He said, in my career, I've missed more than 9,000 shots. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. You could look at the world's most successful people in any industry, and behind their success came massive failures. Do you have the mindset to handle both? If not, there's no way that you're going to reach your greatness. All right. So listen, y'all, if y'all want to know more about success, I highly encourage you to check out my free book, The How to Succeed Survival Guide. Okay. I outline more of these steps in that book. Before you ever become successful, there's a certain mindset that has to go along the way. Okay. And when I talk about success, guys, I want you to know that your success is what you make it. Okay. When I do what I need to do in my spiritual life, I'm successful. When I do what I need to do for my family, I succeed. You need to identify what success looks like to you, because everybody has a different calling in this life. So your job is not to match somebody else in terms of what they're calling greatness. Is for you to identify the path that God has called for you, and for you to walk in that every single day. And guess what? Even when you go through those hard times, as long as you are on that right path, you are successful. You need to start thinking like the minds of successful people. You need to start seeing yourself as a successful person. And guys, whether you know this or not, I would say that one of the main things that separates me from so many people is that when I wake up every single day, I'm asking myself, how can I fail big? How can I pursue something in life that's going to bring me a lot of pain in a good way? See, I'm not out here looking to deal drugs. I'm not looking for the type of pain that comes from that game. I'm looking for the type of pain that comes by me being locked in to what it is that I want out of life and pursuing it very relentlessly. I know success is not going to come easy. And I know the higher my goals, the bigger my failures. But I know eventually, if I fail over and over and over, eventually I'm going to succeed. Because y'all know what they say, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So, guys, that's the show for tonight. Listen, as we prepare for this next year, I want to make sure that y'all got an opportunity to get into my premier program, your breakthrough year. Okay. So, for those of y'all that don't know, I have a 12-month exclusive coaching program where I walk you through all of the mindsets, tactics, and strategies that are necessary to make the next 12 months the best year of your life in terms of being more productive, getting more energy, creating generational wealth. I outlined that all in my program. I'm going to put the link below. And for those of y'all that watch tonight's broadcast, I'm going to allow you to get in this program for free for the next 14 days. All right. Only on these broadcasts. For those of y'all that tune in with me on these shows night after night, I'm going to give y'all a 14-day free trial into your breakthrough year. Okay. So all you got to do is start to work through the content, and you be the judge on if this is going to help take your life to the very next level. If this is your first time watching the broadcast, please make sure that you subscribe. Okay. Because I do these shows 6 days a week, from Sunday all the way through Friday. I typically do the shows from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I want to make sure that you turn on the notification bell when you subscribe, so that way you can get notified whenever I do another show, guys. All right. So I'll be back on here, Lord willing, tomorrow, maybe a little bit earlier. I might be a little bit wrapped up tomorrow evening. All right. So stay tuned. I'm going to make a post on it. Shout out to the sponsors for tonight. Again, even if y'all watch this broadcast after the live stream is over, you can still donate. You can donate through Cash App, PayPal. The links are in the description below. You can also donate by giving a super thanks on this YouTube channel. So I want to give a big shout out to my sister, Pecloria. Really appreciate you, my sister. And I want to give a shout out to the official sponsor for tonight's broadcast, LA for life, you grimy. LA for life, you grimy. She heard the words coming out of my mouth, and then she just said, LA for life. It's something about you and Sundays, LA for life. because no sooner than I was about to acknowledge Ariel for the $10 super chat. Shout out to you, sis. Greatly appreciate you. Ariel was just about to be the official sponsor for tonight's broadcast, but then the sister LA for Life dropped that bomb and made that $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Shout out to our official sponsor, LA for Life, for the $20 super chat. My sister said, blessings. Just a bit tired tonight. I'll listen later, but had to drop in and pay the dues. Good night. I'm praying for you, my sister. Okay, stay focused. I think this is going to be a really important broadcast for you to take in, because it sounds like you've been paying your dues on all levels. All right. We love you, my sister. And I'm praying for your success. All right, y'all. So once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Yeah, Ariel, LA for Life did it again, man. I'm telling you, she taking names, man. She already did Rodney a certain type of a way. Ariel, she got her on the list now. Y'all better watch out, man. When this sister LA for Life is on, y'all got to come with it, man, because this sister is definitely one of the premier sponsors for the broadcast, as is Sister Ariel. All right. Listen, I love y'all. Whoa. It's something about Sundays, Ariel. I don't get it. Like, what is it about Sundays that'll just make y'all be like, yo, I'm going for it? Shout out to my sister Pecloria, who just took the title, snatched the belt. She just snatched the belt from LA for Life, but then LA for Life just came and snatched the belt from Sister Pecloria. So guys, right now there is a bit of a competition going on for who's going to be the official sponsor for Does Failure Lead to Success? When people come back and watch this video, who are they going to know as the official sponsor for tonight's broadcast? Is it going to be Sister Pecloria, or is it going to be LA for Life? I don't know, Sis Ariel. I don't know if you're still on here, if you're going to throw your hat in the ring. But these two sisters, they going at it. Okay, so right now, LA for Life is at $30. And Sister Pecloria, she's at 25. Okay, so Sis Pecloria, she came through with a $20 super chat right there. And then she came through with a $5 super chat right there. That's 25. Okay. Then LA for Life came through with the 20. And then she came through with the 10. So LA for Life, once again, listen, LA for Life, she going 2 for 2 on this, y'all. LA for Life is going 2 for 2. I don't know if Sis Pecloria is going to edge out on this one. I don't know if she about to throw in the towel. But for those of y'all that was on a couple weeks ago, I did a broadcast on another Sunday night called What It Really Takes to Succeed. Man, she took Rodney Lawrence's head off on that broadcast. The brother said he was going to be the official sponsor on that show. LA for Life just said, no. And she just did him so dirty, y'all. I'm sorry, man, but out of the love that LA for Life has for the broadcast, man, she took the title, and it looks like once again, LA for Life does it to where she's going to be the official sponsor one way or another. All right. I haven't seen none of y'all leave me no comments about no cash apps. I'm gonna just check right now because I don't want to do any of y'all dirty. I'm gonna check my cash app right now, and I'm gonna see, did anybody send in a cash app just in case they might be in the running for the official sponsor. Okay, I'm pulling up the cash app. All right, I'm not seeing nothing on that end. So right now, it's all going down right here on the super chat For those of y'all that are trying to get in on this, all you got to do is tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box. Your donations is what keeps the show going. Listen, guys, it's not easy for me to do these shows 6 days a week. I do this show on top of running a church, as well as investing in real estate and running my business full time. Okay. So I really appreciate all of y'all for your sponsorships, because your sponsorships make it possible for me to get on here night after night and for me to give you my time, my energy, and my labor of love. Okay. Shout out to all of y'all for your sponsorship. But it looks like LA for Life is going to reclaim the throne once again. Okay, so I'm going to show much love to my sister Pecloria. Let's give her a big shout out. She definitely came with it, y'all. Shout out to the house of Mike Sapp. Okay, and I loved your testimonial as well tonight, sis. I definitely got to give you the crown on that. I love what you said right there about how you embraced failure in order to get to success when it came to real estate. Okay, I give you the crown on that, but you know I gotta give it to my sister, man. I gotta give it to my sister. Not only did the sis take the title, just to make sure she held it down in case y'all tried to run up, the sister LA for Life just gave another $10 super chat, man. Let us give a round of applause. Thank you so much, my sister. I really appreciate it, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all give me so much life. Thank y'all for helping me do what I do, man. Giving all praises to the Most High for putting the spirit on y'all to support your brothers. So thank you so much to everyone that tuned in. I truly pray that this broadcast helps at least one of you look at failure from a different lens. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is LA for Life about to lose the throne? Out of nowhere, out of thin air. I was like, it's a ghost. The brother Roe the chef came with a $50 super chat. Can we give a shout out to Roy the chef? Yo, what is really going on? Okay, let me put this link up here, because this is something that we need to talk about. It's something about Sundays. Like, this might have to really turn into a quick thing. This brother Roe the chef disrespectfully snatched the crown from LA for Life as soon as I was about to shut down a broadcast. Like, we was already bringing the confetti out. We was already clapping our hands. And then out of nowhere, here come Roe the chef with the $50. Everything is healthy. Shout out to the brother Roy the chef, man. Shout out to his household. A lot of y'all will be seeing Nicole P on the broadcast. Nicole P is the lovely wife of my brother, the one and only Roy the chef. Shout out to Roy the chef. For those of y'all that have not yet checked out his music, please go on SoundCloud and look him up. Okay. Definitely. See, y'all, see. Roy the chef, I don't know. You might not know who you're dealing with, King. Now, that $50 sponsorship was definitely appreciated, but the sister LA for Life just came through with the $20 sponsorship again. Listen, man, shout out to y'all on. See, why do y'all come right when I'm about to shut down a broadcast? So that means I just got to be on here for another hour, huh? Y'all know y'all ain't right. Y'all know when this show cut on, but now y'all want to come in now just to keep me on here talking for another hour about how failure leads to success. Somebody got to take the L on this tonight, y'all. Who's going to be the official sponsor for tonight's broadcast? I thought it was a duel between LA for Life and Sis Pecloria, but now here Roy the chef pop in with a $50 sponsorship. Now we got to go back to the scorecards, okay? Now, for those of y'all that are just coming into the broadcast, shout out to my sister Sheer Queen. Shout out to my brother Moshe L. Bay. You said you're here to learn how to build an online business. Excellent. For all of y'all that are just getting on the broadcast, tonight I was showing you guys the mindset that you must have in order to successfully build a business, because in order to succeed, you must fail. You have to understand all of the setbacks and obstacles that you're going to go through on the road to greatness. And the truth is that a lot of you guys, you could do some amazing things, but you just give up too fast. And somebody that doesn't give up very easily is Roy the Chef. The brother Roy the Chef said, no, 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 not tonight, LA for life. You might have been able to do that with Rodney Lawrence. Shout out to the brother Rodney Lawrence. Let's give him a hand real quick. That's my dog. But the brother Roy the Chef said, LA for life, I heard about you. I'm not going out the way Rodney did. The brother Roy the Chef said, the money long, sis. This my bro. I could do this all night. Let us give a big shout out to the brother Roy the Chef. The brother Roy the Chef is in the house. The brother Roy the Chef is making his presence felt, y'all. See, it's not every day that we are blessed with the presence of Roy the Chef, the hottest artist in Israel. So when the brother step in, the brother, see, this is what we call fashionably late. See, the brother didn't pop in the first 2 seconds of the broadcast because he gonna let y'all have your time. He know that if he come in 2 seconds into it and he start throwing around this money, he gonna make everybody else fall back. He gonna let y'all have your time to shine. Roy the Chef said, y'all had y'all fun, but if you think you're about to take the crown, Roy the Chef said, if you thought that you were going to be the official sponsor on tonight's broadcast, you got another thing coming. So let's just have a moment of silence for LA for life. Let's have a moment of silence for Sis Pecloria. A lot of y'all came with pure intentions. But this brother Roy the Chef, man, he is not playing around. The brother said, that's my brother. Can somebody please cam up? Sheer Queen, can you please cam up? My brother Tor, my cousin, my blood, my flesh and blood is in the house. Shout out to my brother Tori, man. Listen, man, I don't even know what button to hit. I'm hitting all the buttons, damn it. I'm hitting all the buttons tonight. Every button I got. I'm hitting the note. I'm hitting the sad violin. Everything is going down tonight, man. I'm giving y'all everything I got. Listen, y'all. Make sure that y'all show some love to my cousin Tori and Cynthia Adams. Listen, y'all, here's something I want y'all to do. Can y'all do me a favor? As we're competing for the crown on who's going to be the official sponsor, I wonder if the brother Tori is going to throw his hat in the ring. I wonder if my cousin's going to try to go for that official spot. I want y'all to make sure that y'all check my brother out. All right, once this broadcast is over, once there's been an official winner declared for tonight's broadcast, because LA for Life and Roy the Chef are duking it out, okay? So for those of y'all that don't know what's happening right now, with every broadcast that I do, I always announce the official sponsor. The official sponsor for tonight's broadcast is whoever makes the highest donation, okay? Your sponsorships is what keeps the show on air. So right now, we've got LA for Life and Roy the Chef competing for that #1 spot on being the official sponsor. Now, the title of tonight's broadcast is, Does Failure Lead to Success? And every now and then, there are certain topics that y'all really want to put y'all stamp on. Like when it comes to certain topics, y'all want y'all name attached to that. So right now, LA for Life is gunning for that official sponsorship. But LA for Life is man, Roy the Chef is gunning for it, but LA for Life is on his head. So here's something that I want y'all to see. Here are the sponsorships thus far, okay? We started this broadcast out with Pecloria making a $5 sponsorship. Shout out to her. Then we had another sponsorship from Sister Ariel. Now, I thought we was about to get off the broadcast with Ariel's $10 sponsorship. But then here LA for Life go real grimy too, because as I was saying, shout out to our official sponsor, Sister Ari. As soon as I was saying that, LA for Life said, then gave a $20 sponsorship. And she said that she was just passing through. Like she wasn't doing nothing else but to snatch the crown and leave. You grimy LA for Life, it must be a LA thing. Shout out to you, however. All right. So for those of y'all that are on tonight, man, if you want to be the official sponsor for tonight's broadcast, listen, tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box. Your sponsorships go a very long way, guys, okay? This helps to keep the show on air. It helps to make the show that much better. It comes back into our community, okay? There are some amazing things that we have on the way. Now, Sister Pecloria, after LA for Life gave that $20 sponsorship, she tried. Let's give a shout out to Sister Pecloria. She doing that extra 20. Okay, she didn't just leave it at that 5. Shout out to the house of Mike Sapp. But then LA for Life came back around again with a $10 sponsorship. Okay. Also, I want to give a shout out to Kidris Washington. Kidris Washington just gave a $5 Cash App. I'm about to put it on the screen so that way y'all can see, okay? Shout out to my brother Kidris Washington for the $5 Cash App. Thank you so much, my brother. Really appreciate you. Hold on, let me give you a shine properly. Please excuse me. Let me get that LA for Life sponsorship off the screen real quick. Shout out to the brother Kidris Washington, man. Really, really appreciate you. Shout out to you, King. Okay, so for those of y'all that are trying to donate, you can either donate through the super chat or you can donate through Cash App or PayPal. Y'all see the information right now at the bottom of the screen, or you could hit the link at the bottom. Tonight, we've been talking about, does failure lead to success? I gave you examples of figures like Michael Jordan, Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey. There's so many successful people in this world that went through major hardships before they ever got on. And a lot of us could be very successful in this life, but we give up too soon. We must understand your success will only be as good as your pain tolerance, because success takes discipline, sacrifice, and sweat equity. You're only as good as your biggest L. And everybody wants to take wins and nobody wants to take losses. And you can see how nobody wants to take a loss, because right now, LA for Life, LA for Life and Roy the Chef are not trying to take the L. Now, my cousin Tori said he don't get with y'all. My flesh and blood said he's trying to send a super chat. So shout out to Tori and Cynthia Adams in advance, okay? Now, for those of y'all that are trying to send your super chat, all you got to do is look for the dollar icon directly below the chat box on YouTube. All you got to do is just tap that button. And then from there, you should be able to make your donation on that screen. All of the sponsorships go a really, really long way, y'all. Appreciate all of the love, okay? Thank you so much for valuing this channel and what we're doing here for the culture. I'm surprised ain't none of y'all got on camera to talk about this. Like, I'm shocked. I would have thought I'd have thought that maybe Roy the Chef or LA for Life might have got on camera just to pop something at each other. I'd have thought that they was going to get on camera and this might have turned into like a little fight night. Okay. So Sheer Queen says, Pecloria, you did amazing. It all goes to the good work. Absolutely. The sis said, I might have failed tonight, but I'll continue to try for the title again. Shout out to you, my sister. Thank you so much for all of the support. Much love. Shout out to the house of Mike Sapp. Okay. So once again, y'all, we've been talking about, does failure lead to success? I don't know if you know this or not, Roy the Chef. Roy the Chef, I hope that you're here. LA for Life passed you up on that last donation, fam, because all of the donations are being tallied. Okay, so see, y'all gonna make me pull out the scorecard right now. So right now we have LA for Life, who made one $20 sponsorship, one $10 sponsorship, another $10 sponsorship. So right there, she's at $40. Okay. Then she made another $20 sponsorship. That's $60. And then from there, she put up $100. So she's at $160. Roy the Chef, you threw a comment out there. You threw a bar out there. You got to back that up. You got to back that up, Roy the Chef. I ain't seen the brother come back off of that one. You know, you're my dog, but everybody's watching this now. The brother made the comment for everybody to see. He said, the money long, sis. This is my bro. I could do this all night. I hope you put your money where your mouth is. And sure enough, he did. The brother Roy the Chef just came through with $100 sponsorship. The brother Roy the Chef said, Lord, let's give a shout out to the brother Roy the Chef, man. The brother Roy the Chef said, I gotta chill. The rest is for the building fund, for the church, TSOC, forever family. I like how you're talking, Roy the Chef. Who are you? Who are you? And what has gotten into my brother Roy the Chef? He is saying and doing all the right things. Claudia, are you logged into Roy the Chef's account? I know you're not, because Claudia, she wouldn't have been putting up the money like this. So I know the Roy the Chef. I know it's Roy the Chef. I ain't stunting on you, my brother. I know it's you, God. Thank you so much for all of the support, my brother. Really, really appreciate it. Listen, man. Rodney Lawrence, if you're on, I hope that you could see this. You may have an Avenger through Roy the Chef. Now, see, let me tell you the reason why the Roy the Chef ain't right. Oh, man. Let me tell you the reason why LA for Life ain't right. The reason why LA for Life ain't right is because this brother Roy the Chef said he could do this all night. But LA for Life, she just raised the bet and put up another $100. So Roy the Chef, how do you feel about what's going on right now? You're on camera. You've made a public statement stating the money is long. Shout out to the young God, by the way. Y'all
shout out to the young God.
Shout out to the young God, man.
Shout out to the young God.
He's looking very healthy right now.
He's healthy.
Said, the money long, sis. This is my brother. I could do this all night, man. You sold the fight right there, my brother. You sold the fight.
Yeah.
But I need you to see what's happening right now. How do you feel about this, Roy the Chef? Before I keep talking, how do you feel about what's happening right now? You're witnessing this.
Well, you know, I'm never one to just lie down easily. Anytime, you've always been super, super, super duper supportive, man. Like, and I'm never really on here like that. Now when I have the, opportunity, then I'll jump on. So when I do have the opportunity to jump on, I'm gonna just OD, you know what I'm saying? And, I was trying to stop at the 50, but the young God, he was like, nah, Pop, we got to keep going. We got to keep building, and I said, if I, threw bread away and, for foolishness, I could, support for righteousness and for the building of, the platform and to keep the information going forward, I'm just trying to make as many millionaires as you have, brother. That's all. That's it.
Yeah, it won't take much. Don't worry. All praise.
Indeed, man. Yo, that sister she just clapped back. Now, first, but I'm gonna say this before we continue. I want y'all to know this is unsolicited, unpromoted.
Absolutely.
Uzziah didn't text me and say, yo, nothing. You understand? I don't even know who the sister LA for Life is. I never heard of this sister. But all praises for the sister for holding down the channel.
What
You
I'll tell
know?
you this much: LA for Life just said, if you don't know me, you're gonna get to know me. She said now it's time to put some respect on her name, man. Shout out to the city of Los Angeles in general, man. Shout out to it's just something about LA and how we cut, man. We just build different, brother. So real quick, man, before we talk about who's gonna take the crown on tonight's official sponsor broadcast, I want you to introduce the world to the young God, man. We see the beautiful black boy. Can you please let us know who this young man is?
You see that grimy look he mean. You know, I've been working on his austerity, that's that strong strength look right there, man.
He
This
mean
is
mugging
the
LA for Life for coming through with that other donation. He didn't like us trying to take
Yo,
that spot.
I can't do nothing while I'm on the phone. When I get off the live, I'm gonna hold it down. You understand? But as for now, Mike, you want to tell him something? This is Micah Adonijah Israel. You understand? And AKA the Young God. And I call him that because you know, as not to go too far out the way of what we're doing right now, in other translations, it means to be a judge, and he judged by law, and he's just a young judge. You understand? He's a young judge given the law at a very early age.
Yes,
You're gonna
sir.
understand how this feels and goes in a few weeks, few months.
Lord
You
will.
know, but yeah, he's a young God, man, and we just trying to hold down the brother, and just spread love. That's what's important, man. We need that during this feast of dedication season. You understand? That's all we on. That's all we on right now. That's all we doing. I like what you're talking about. You know, I'm gonna say this before I log off. Look at this guy, man. Hold on, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Trying to eat the brim of my hat, man. But before I go, I'll say this: there's never really any true success until you encounter failure. There's never really nothing. I mean, even by him, I went through failed pregnancies and everything before he even came on the scene.
Wow.
With music, it was being on shelves in other situations. You know what I'm saying? Before musically I could be one man, and even from the business standpoint, I had to. You remember that apartment in Austin, that small 1-bedroom joint, probably maybe 200 square feet. Maybe 200 square feet apartment in Austin. Till to now, man, things are healthy, man. And I'm just thankful. And I know I would have never really gotten there if I didn't know what pain and adversity looked like, because I know I wouldn't appreciate it the same way I did now if that would have never be the case. But I like what you're doing, man. I like what you're doing, King.
Thank you,
I'm
my
about to
brother.
lay him down. He out of here. Look at him. Look
No
at
doubt.
him.
Shout out to the young God, man. Shout out to the young God. Let's give the young God a hand, man. We plan to see you on for more broadcasts, my brother.
Indeed,
It's nothing but love. So, yo, I'm gonna mute you real quick. I'm gonna still keep you on just in case you want to be on the cam. We still gonna get a young God some airtime. But I want to highlight this part because I just want all of y'all to see this. I think that this was so fitting to happen on tonight's broadcast because for the longest time, I wasn't getting any super chats at all. For those of y'all that was on the broadcast at the beginning, y'all are witness to that. I was going pretty much the entire show with no donations at all until Pecloria came through with the $5 sponsorship. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because I didn't allow that to stop me from giving y'all all of the content that you needed to get. You see, I could have easily walked away from this broadcast and be like, yo, I failed. But you never saw me come out of character and say, oh, well, because ain't no donations coming, I'm just not going to do nothing. Regardless of how the circumstances are, you still have to give 100%. And I want y'all to notice how in doing that, the sponsorship started to come even right before the broadcast was over. And that's a testament to why you just need to keep going. You know, some of you guys, you could have been in a situation like me and you could have just given up and just walked away. But this comes full circle to highlight my point, because as long as you stay in the game, you never know what can happen. And this has gone from one of the quietest shows to one of the livest shows, all in a matter of minutes. So shout out once again to all of the sponsors. Okay. Shout out once again to Sis Pecloria. Shout out to Sis Ariel. Shout out to Roy the Chef and LA for Life. But now we got to go back to our official tally. All right. I need y'all to see what is going on. Okay. I need y'all to see what's happening. Okay. And listen. We're about to do this count just so that way we're fair to both parties, LA for Life as well as Roy the Chef. Okay. So right now we got LA for Life. That's at 20, 30, 40, 60. LA for Life then did 160. Then LA for Life did 260. The sis put up $260. She set the bar high. My brother Roy the Chef. Do you see this, Claudia? Do you see what happened? My brother Roy the Chef came in this broadcast saying, "The money long, sis. This is my brother." And he thought that the $50 was going to hold him over, not knowing that LA for Life was coming through with $260. The young God is saying, "Pops, what is you doing? Pops, you came through with the 50, but what's really going on?" So then Roy the Chef said, "Okay, LA for Life, she thinks she doing something. I'm going to drop another 50. Okay, we gotta get Roy the Chef's first 50. He started with the first 50, saying everything is healthy. Then he came through with another 50, which was 100. And then the brother came through with $100. So right now we got LA for Life at 260 and Roy the Chef at 200. So if y'all are looking to be the official sponsor for tonight's broadcast, the bar is currently set to $260. So LA for Life, Roy the Chef, y'all see what it is. Roy the Chef, I'm going to let you get off the camera and let you live your life. Just know, LA for Life said, if you thought that 50 was going to cut it, she going to see how far you really going to take it. So I'm gonna let you do your thing, King. Shout out to the House of Roy the Chef once again. Man, listen, man. The next level up from this, we got to put Claudia on here, man. We got to get Claudia on the camera. Shout out to you, Claudia. I know you hear me. One of these days, I can't wait to see you, my sister. All right. I love you all and hopefully see you soon. All right. So any last words, Roy the Chef?
Nah, man. No last words for me, King. No last words, man.
All right, y'all.
No last words. I'm out.
200, 260. Who's going to take the crown? I know that my cousin Tori and Cynthia Adams Love said that they trying to send a super chat. Time is ticking, y'all. Time is ticking. Time is ticking, T. That's how the super chat is looking, T. My audience is coming strong, T. All right. So right now, 260 is the bar. But once again, tonight we've been talking about, does failure lead to success? If you want to succeed, you have to be willing to fail. And I encourage every last one of you to fail often, fail harder, and fail faster. The sister Pecloria says she might have failed tonight in trying to take that official sponsor crown, but she'll continue to strive for the title again. Okay. So listen, guys, I'm going to only have this open for like another minute. I'm going to give another minute for a last round of sponsorships. All right. Roy the Chef, LA for Life has the lead right now with $260. Okay, I just put it out there for everybody to see. For those of y'all that are trying to send a donation, but for some reason the super chat ain't working, just use the Cash App. Use Cash App, $ the Uzziah Show. Okay, all one word, the Uzziah Show. The links are in the description below, y'all. If you want to sponsor, feel free to donate. Okay, we're gonna be back on here tomorrow. I gotta find out the time. I'm gonna talk to my team, and then I'll be back on for another broadcast, Lord willing, tomorrow. All right. But I definitely want to shout out everybody that was in the house. I see you, Kadash. I see you in the house. I see you, Sister Shia Queen. Okay. So happy to see all of y'all on, man. Y'all my tribe. I love y'all. Moshe El Bay. Good to see you on, my brother. Okay. Thank y'all so much for all of the support. All right. So it looks like this is it. If we don't have nothing else from Roy the Chef, it looks like LA for Life once again. Can we talk about LA for Life for just a moment? LA for Life, man, it's like she got a body count in terms of guys thinking that they're going to step up here and take the throne. And then she just be wiping their name off the list. Like before Rodney Lawrence tried to do this, LA for Life said. Then Pecloria tried to get in there. LA for Life said. Then Roy the Chef tried to get in there, even putting up $200. And even then, LA for Life said. So it looks like, wow. Now, see, let me tell you, y'all want to know how Roy the Chef is funny? Let me tell you the type of joker that Roy the Chef is. Roy the Chef said, I'm not even going to put up the rest of my money through the super chat. I'm going to send it through the Cash App. Roy the Chef, he just put up another 65. Can we give a round of applause to the brother, Roy the Chef? Listen, man, we need a referee. We need to start putting referees on here for Sundays, man. Did you ever think that it was going to get to this point? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? LA for Life. I believe LA for Life was at $260. I believe that Roy the Chef is at $265. Okay. Yes, you are allowed to say petty on here. you are allowed to speak your piece. Okay. Once again, we got to tally it, y'all. We as the audience, we got to tally what is going on. Okay, so LA for Life first came and she started first with $20, $30, $40, $60, $160, then $260. So right now it is LA for Life $260, but she just put up $360. Listen. Roy the Chef, you know you're my brother, right? you do know this, right? You know you're my dog, but I don't want to count you out. I don't want to count you out. But LA for Life, she's bent on taking the crown and making you eat those words. Now, again, I just gotta say this, man. When Roy the Chef came on, the brother said, my money is long, sis. This is my brother. I can do this all night. The brother Roy the Chef said he could do this all night. That's why we still on tonight's broadcast. LA for Life was just passing through to take the crown. And y'all have been so disrespectful. Y'all done kept her on here all this time because you won't let her hold her crown in peace. So now we are at LA for Life's 360 versus Roeda Chef 265. So if anyone is trying to snatch the crown from LA for Life, it is 365 and up. The only way that you are going to be the official sponsor for tonight's broadcast is if you bypass the $360 donation that LA for Life just made, okay? Ariel said, I'm mad he put it back on the screen. Listen, yo, I'm just having to show this to y'all because some of y'all might have just came in. You don't know what's going on. I'm just giving you the play-by-play, but punch by punch on what's going down. Roy the Chef came on. He said, this is my brother. We could do this all night. He said, the money long. I'm taking the crown tonight. He said, I don't always come on here, but when I do come, I'm going to make my presence felt. LA for Life said, you don't know who you're dealing with. LA for Life just put up 360 on a sponsorship. Shout out to LA for Life for the 360, man. This is a 360 I can get with. You see that? So listen, y'all, can I just say thank you so much to all of the sponsors on tonight's broadcast. You know, I know that LA for Life and Roy the Chef, they're going to do their thing, right? And let's all give a big round of applause to LA for Life and Roy the Chef for what is happening right now. Let's give a big shout out, y'all. Let's give a big shout out. Listen, man, they didn't set the tone for this entire week, man. Thank you so much to all of y'all that have been sponsors on tonight's broadcast, because all of your donations has helped to keep this broadcast going. I see that my cousin came through with the $20 sponsorship. Let's show our brothers some love, man. Shout out to Tori and Cynthia Adams. Listen, man, I'm going to put on for my fam real quick, man. Make sure that y'all go and check out their YouTube channel, guys. This is a beautiful Black couple, married couple, and they both get on their broadcast to give a lot of game about what love is, right? And so I just want y'all to, check them out. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to smash that like button. One thing that I can tell y'all about Tori and Cynthia, man, is they keep it all the way real. They don't get on and try to do any fluff. When they come, they speak from the heart, man. I love them both, man. Shout out to the both of y'all. And also make sure that y'all check out their clothing line. I Am Amazing. Y'all got to check that out too, man. So listen, I think this entrepreneurship kind of runs in the family, okay? I happen to come from a family of hustlers, so I just got to acknowledge my cousin, Tori and Cynthia Adams, man. Shout out to y'all, shout out to y'all, shout out to y'all. If y'all are looking for a lot of great content pertaining to love, then make sure that you check them out and hold it down, all right? So, listen, man, the brother Roy the Chef. Do y'all see LA for Life? Listen, can we just be clear with the audience? Audience, when you try to be the official sponsor on a Sunday and LA for Life is on, you might want to fall back because the sister LA for Life, man, she takes no prisoners. The brother Roy the Chef said, the sister got me. I gotta relax. I gotta drop a stack on the building. Y'all heard it first, okay? The brother Roy the Chef said, listen, man, I'm gonna let sister LA for Life have it, but he definitely is going to show our church, True Spirit of Christ, a lot of love. Once again, for those of y'all who may not know, I am not only a real estate investor and best-selling author, I'm also the head pastor of True Spirit of Christ Church. You could check us out. We are on YouTube at True Spirit of Christ. I'm involved in God's ministry, y'all. And so the brother is saying right here, he's going to fall back and he's going to put some funds onto the church building. All right. Because Lord knows we need that as well. And LA for Life said that's for the building, the baby, and the brother. Really appreciate you. Shout out to you, my sister. Shout out to you, man. Much love, my sis. Much love, my sis. Hey, sis LA for Life, as well as Roy the Chef. Feel free to reach out because I want to give the both of y'all a free hour consultation. Okay. Those of y'all know I do private consultations showing you how you can level up and get things going for your business. For those of you that want to work with me to improve your finances and really take 2022 to the next level, make sure that you book a session. Okay. I've opened up some new slots for the month of December. So anybody that's looking to work with me over privately, one-on-one, all you got to do is tap this link to book a session. And then I can help you along the way. Okay. So LA for Life said, Roy the Chef, bless you, brother. Also, I want to be clear. Tori's clothing line is called I Feel Amazing Apparel. Okay. Make sure that y'all check out the brother's channel. On his channel, you're going to see the link to be able to get the clothing. Listen, I want T. If you can see this, T, I want to get you on camera, my brother, because I want you to be able to promote your channel as well as your business on here. Okay. I know that we're wrapping things up. I'm going to put the cam up link if you wanted to hop on tonight. However, I'm not going to hit you with short notice. Set a time that you want to be able to get on this show, and really maybe you and Cynthia give whatever you want to give to the audience. My audience is yours, my brother. All right. So just let me know whenever y'all want to come on here and speak to the audience. Make sure that y'all check out my cousin's channel, y'all. When y'all look out for him, y'all look out for me. Okay. So I just want y'all to see, man, this channel, it's all about supporting one another. It's all about us striving for greatness. It's all about us celebrating each other. Okay. When we come together, we're stronger as a community. And nobody gets left behind. It's not enough that I just go off and make certain moves in my business. I'm going to give the game to y'all. All right. I want us all to have a seat at the table. I want to see you there. Okay. So y'all listen, man, shout out to all of y'all that are on. Shout out to all of y'all for the sponsorships. It's been amazing. The brother Tori said, will do. Love you all. Much love to you, my brother. All right. So listen, man, I'm going to get out of here. My sister LA for Life, she finally got the crown. Unless somebody's just going to be real disrespectful right now, which I don't think is going to happen. Unless somebody going to be real disrespectful and just put up a random $365 or higher sponsorship, I think that LA for Life is comfortably about to wear the crown. And I appreciate you, my sister. Thank you so much for the donation for baby Uzziah. Listen, y'all, keep me in y'all's prayers. Baby Uzziah on the way, March 18th, Lord willing. The due date is March 18th. I'm going to start putting up the link to the registry, because I know that some of y'all have been asking me, on how to be able to support, with my newborn on the way. So, thank you so much, as always, for all of y'all support, man. Listen, man, I'm overwhelmed tonight, man. I'm overwhelmed with the love. It's not always easy getting on these broadcasts night after night, but y'all make it all the way worth it, man. So I just want y'all to know that I thank y'all. I love y'all. And trust me when I tell you, this does not go unnoticed. Everything that y'all are doing right now is just out of the kindness of your own heart. And that's not something that I take for granted. So I really appreciate all of y'all that stepped up for me. A lot of y'all showed out tonight, like the brother Kadaj said. He said, damn, brothers are showing out tonight. Thank y'all so much, man, because when the YouTube community sees what's going on, they're going to see that there's something behind this channel, you know? So I love y'all for that, man. Y'all can see I'm really trying to give my all to really pour into y'all. And I appreciate y'all for returning a favor and pouring back into me. Okay. So thank y'all so much, man, from the bottom of my heart. Give a big shout out to all of y'all. I'm going to put the link up real quick just for y'all to be able to do the registry. Okay. I'm gonna do here's the link for baby Uzziah's registry, just in case any of y'all want to hop in. Okay, the link is right there. I'm gonna put the link up here. Okay, thank y'all as always for all of the support. Tori, you said she's coming on me and my grandma's birthday, the 24th of March. Okay, that's your bet. That's your bet that my son's gonna be on the way on the 24th. We'll see, man. We will see. We will see. Okay, I would honestly rather him come a little bit later rather than him come earlier, you know. So daddy got to be over here getting the stuff together, man. I've been staying busy, y'all, doing a lot of things. But listen, man, I ain't gonna keep y'all on here all night. Once again, thank y'all so much for all of the support. Thank you for all that y'all do to hold me down. I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all. I pray that you have a very blessed week. And I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show. Until then, keep pushing.